Good morning. Sorry for the delay this morning in the getting started today. Today is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022 at 7:38 a.m. in the City Council chambers of City Hall, 1123 West Lake Street in Sandpoint, Idaho. And this is a regular monthly meeting of the Sandpoint Urban Renewal Agency Board of Commissioners. Roll call. For the record, I am Chairman Eric Paul. Also present are commissioners Marilyn Sabella via Zoom, Tom Bacoe, and Ned Brandenberger. Ken Perry is at this time not in attendance. For the record, Andrew Mercaccio has resigned from the board. And I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome Ned, who is currently appointed by Mayor Rongstead to confirmed by City Council to serve as the remainder of Andrea's term. Ned, if you'd like to take a moment and introduce yourself, it'd be greatly appreciated. You can take as long as you want.
Here we go. Well, I am Ned Brandenberger. I've been a resident of Sandpoint since 1991, and I own a business in town. My wife and I own a business in town, Sandpoint Property Management.
Perfect. I've known Ned for several years, so this is a welcome addition to our commission, and I think he'll serve us well. Thank you, Ned, and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Item number 3, meeting minutes approval. The first item on the agenda is approval of the meeting minutes from the November 2nd, 2021 meeting. Ned, if you will abstain from voting on this item, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented. Motion.
Move to approve.
Commissioner Bacoe.
Second.
Commissioner Sabella. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none. Motion passes and the minutes are approved. Madam Clerk, are there any members of the public in attendance on Zoom?
Mr. Chairman, there is one member of the public in attendance.
Okay, before we proceed, for any members of the public in attendance, there will be an opportunity to comment on this morning's agenda topics as we wrap up presentations on each discussion. The rules for public comment during these meetings are as follows. Comments may not be derogatory in nature against any individual, business, organization. Public comment opportunities are for comments only. Do not ask questions of the board or city staff. Each speaker will have 3 minutes. Public comment is at the discretion of the chair. Financial report is on the agenda. The next item on the agenda, excuse me, is the financial report. Update, please note all account balances were as of February 17th. The reason they were early is we anticipated that we were going to do an earlier meeting than normal, and then Melissa and I reviewed the meeting requirements and reporting requirements, and we determined that we can hold our March meeting as scheduled, and no early meeting was done. So they weren't updated from March 17th. So the downtown general account has deposits of $354,675. There's allocation monies of $94,395. That is for our debt payments. We keep a reserve in there. The Northern has $3,253,000 in it. The downtown loan balance has a balance of $1,148,930. Next payments due March 15th, 2020. We did receive increment in December of $48,743 in the Northern and $72,626 in the downtown. Of that, as we talked about earlier, 2.5% of those tax increments go to fund public art. With that said, public art funds in the downtown are $120,374 and the Northern $65,437. The Silver Box project, we've advanced just under $15,000 and there's remaining $5,159. So that is those boxes that we're talking about, Ned. So they still have monies available to put the next piece of artwork on top.
Oh,
That's how that kind of works.
yep, that's the silver one.
Correct. I apologize for the pounding in the background, and the public, if you can't hear us very well, there's some renovation at the City Hall. Do commissioners have any questions or comments regarding this month's financial report?
None.
Public, would anyone from the public care to comment? Hearing none, we'll move on to item 5 on the agenda. Other announcement reports from the city. There are no representatives to make the general announcements from the board or from the city staff or from board. Does anybody have any general comments? Excuse me.
None here.
None? Okay.
No.
Nothing, Melissa?
No, sir.
Okay, and there's no reports from any other city staff. With no old business on the agenda, we'll move on to new business. New business. The first item under new business is the 2021 Sandpoint Urban Renewal Agency Annual Report. Idaho Code 50-2006C requires that on or before March 31st of each year, the agency is required to file with the local governing body an annual report of its activities for the previous calendar year. The report must include a complete financial statement setting forth the agency's assets, liabilities, income, and operating expenses as of December 31st and of the most recent year end. Additionally, we discuss this annual report, which I'm going to do here shortly, and then we will forward it to the city upon acceptance, and then the city will notify the public via a public noticing that the annual report has been received. So the 2021 annual report, we do these every year, and it's on a calendar year, even though the urban rules on a fiscal year 9/30. And so what we do is we discuss the activities we did in the downtown and northern areas. So it's just a recap of, for example, on the downtown, it talks about we funded downtown streets in 2021 to the tune of $865,898. So we paid the city for those streets. And we did fund we did not fund any downtown public art in the downtown district. In the northern, we funded $19,000 towards professional services for the Great Northern Road. That's a project the city has identified as requiring urban renewal funding going forward. So we've started the process with that and funded $19,000. We also funded, again, 2.5% of increment. And of that, the Arts Commission, funded $7,000 in public art projects. And then the revenues, it just discusses the revenues that we received in 2021 per district, the northern and downtown. They're separate. Money comes in and is accounted for separately. And the art monies is restricted assets. So what we have in art is for those, so we can't spend that. Assets are only cash. We don't have cash as assets. We have no other assets and liabilities. The only liability we have currently is the $1.14 million that originated at $1.5 million in September of 2018. We did make our last payment on a $2 million debt in March of 2021. So that's basically the annual report. I have commissioners, any questions or comments regarding the annual report? Hearing none, we'll move on to, would anyone from the public care to comment on our 2021 annual report? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to accept the 2021 Sandpoint Urban Renewal Agency report. Motion.
Move to accept.
Commissioner Bacoe, second.
Second.
Second was Commissioner Sabella. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. On or before March 31st, the report will be filed with the city and the notice to this effect will be published in the paper. So what I'll do is after this meeting, I will then email this to Melissa along with the next item on the agenda. Item 7 is financial report. The final item on the agenda this morning is a SURA financial report prepared for the fiscal year ending September 30, 2021. Has the commissioners had a chance to review our audit from Decorah, Blair, and Teague?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Sabella and Bacoe, any questions or comments regarding our annual report, or excuse me, our annual financial statement? Marilyn?
No.
Okay, so just to note, the only typical exception we get, not unlike small public entities, is they say there's not a lot of controls in place for our monies, but we only have cash and we typically have to have an approval of an expenditure and then signatures on the withdrawal slip to account for the payment. So we have pretty good dual control. We can't really hire a bunch of people just to do our finances. Okay, would anyone from the public would anyone from the public care to comment? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept the 2021 Sandpoint Urban Renewal Agency financial report for fiscal year ending September 30, 2021. Motion.
I move to approve.
Commissioner Sabella, Second, is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Bakoe, seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes, and this report will be filed with the city. With no further business on the agenda, this meeting is now adjourned at 7:48 a.m. Thank you, everybody, for your time, and I apologize for the delay.